Thaddius had me nervous for a second. He had me nervous because I was like, I know you are not about to send Ariel home. Hey y'all, it's Chloe and we're back with another video. King's Court Season 1, Episode 5. We got some things to get into, but before we do, y'all already know the drill. If this is your first time here, sit back, relax, watch the video through. And if you like what you see and you like what you hear, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you've been here before and you have yet to subscribe, I'm just trying to figure out what you're waiting for. We are on Episode 5, okay? It should not take you 5 episodes to decide that you want to subscribe, so just go ahead and do it because you like it here and I want you here. If you're one of my lovely members, and yes, I'm talking to you. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I'm doing well, I'm doing fine, and I'm ready to get into this review, so let's go ahead and get it. So, the episode opens up exactly where we left off. Janae and Carlos are still outside talking, and she's just trying to figure out, like, what she needs to do. Like, what is going on? What is happening? She is shocked because she didn't know that the women were moving in tonight. She thought she was going to have a little bit more time to, like, debrief with him. So I guess that's why she started to pull back when he came back to the house, because they came back into the house with the women, okay? She's at the point where she's just trying to process everything to, like, really see what's going on, if she should move forward or not. She said that everything with Carlos has been perfect and she's been waiting for the other shoe to drop, and that other shoe just might be Jennifer. But here's my thing, Janae, it can only be Jennifer if you pull back. Carlos is clearly 100% into you, and he has shown that to you. He has proven to you that you have his interest. So if you start pulling back and allowing Jennifer to enter that space, then of course it's going to be the other shoe. But you also have to allow the man to go through his journey the same way you get to go through your journey, okay? And whether he chooses you or not, either way, it's a win for you because you don't want someone who wouldn't choose you, right? Right, okay? So after she did all this talking, all Carlos has to say is that I'm learning a lot about you. And I'm sitting here like, Carlos, what does that mean? Like, what do you mean you learning a lot about her? Are you learning that she might have some insecurities? Are you learning that she's just that into you? She really likes you that much that it makes her uncomfortable that another woman is entering your space? What have you learned? Because I need to know. Now, meanwhile, all the ladies are at the table and they're talking with Thaddius, right? And they want to know, like, how was it clear to you who your match was? He said, well, he knew for a fact that it wasn't Jennifer because Jennifer want kids and he don't want none, okay? So that was very clear that she was not the woman from him. So we also learned that he had a vasectomy, so he's not getting it reversed. So there's no point in dealing with any more women who want children, which makes perfect sense. I already told y'all, I feel like Thaddius knows what he wants and he's not playing games, okay? Either you have what he wants or you don't. It's just that simple for him, okay? So this really sparked Tori's interest because she wants to know why he's so scared to bring new life. And he said it's not about being scared to bring in new life, right? He said he's been divorced and it was a pretty bad divorce. And he kind of felt like he never wanted to get married or have any more kids. Okay, I have one question. So what are you saying, Thaddius? Are you saying that with the women that you are entertaining here, that marriage is completely off the table? Or are you saying that's just where you was with it then? We already know kids are off the table, but where do you stand when it comes to marriage? Because I don't remember if he said he wants to get married again or not. But he did say this time that he didn't want to get married, so I don't know if that changed yet, okay? He talked about how he doesn't want to bring any more kids into this world because he doesn't want to build another broken home, especially because he came from a broken home. So Tori's like, so you just gonna let a woman dictate your future? And he was like, you need to understand where I'm coming from. You need to understand my world. So she's like, so what is it? And he tells her that he's a product of grief, okay? His mother got great when he was 11 and she had him when he was 12. Y'all, I was not ready for that. I was not ready for that because it's bad enough to be Greek, right? But then to have a child and carry the child, and not only that, to be so young. I just know his mother dealt with a lot of like mental struggles. And I really hate that she had to deal with that. And I hate the fact that he's a product of that and that weighs on him. But what I've learned from this whole episode is that Thaddius has done the work on himself, baby. He really has, okay? He said that growing up was a train wreck. Not only that, his relationship with his mom was also a train wreck. It wasn't till he turned 17 and they told him about how he was conceived that he really started to realized that his mother did the best she could with what she got. And the hate and I guess the resentment he had towards her really just turned into love because he realized that his mother was a child raising a child. Y'all, this had me a wreck. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie. I was in my feels for real. And Tori apologized because she didn't realize how triggered it was for her and for him, okay? And he says that, it's okay. So he asks her, like, you want a hug, and he comforts her. He says that he does want to continue to talk to her because he needs to figure out why she was so triggered. And I'm like, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you, Thaddius. I was low-key triggered too. And I've had no personal stories like this, but just hearing that, it just made me feel so emotional. Just to know that there are so many young girls dealing with this every single day. And not only that, but women's rights are being taken away every single day. So it really does, strike a nerve. It does trigger you just a little bit. So I can definitely understand why she was tore up about it, okay? So Felicia goes and grabs Tyson because she wants to talk to him. She needs some alone time with her man, all right? And Sarah is definitely feeling this type of way because he's always with somebody else. Now, this is different, right? Because Tyson and Sahara are now in a confessional together. I'm like, oh, so now we putting people in confessionals together? Usually, it's just the man or the woman, but this is the first confessional I've seen with two people. And not only was Tyson in a confessional with Sarah, he also had a confessional with Felicia, which makes me believe that these two probably made it far. Especially if they got a confessional together. I don't know. But in that confessional, he told her that she's being possessive. And she was just like, no, I just like you. I like you a lot. But Tyson is still talking to Felicia, and he has Sahara scheduled for 1 a.m. Excuse the hell out of me, but absolutely not. Absolutely not. What we are not about to do is sit up to 1 a.m. to have some time to talk to Tyson. Baby, I'll see you in the morning. I will see you in the morning, right? So while he's talking to Felicia, he tells her that, I'm interested in you and Sarah. And she feels like he's just telling them the same thing. And he was like, I'm not telling y'all the same thing. I'm just very interested in both of y'all. So Felicia wants to know how he feels about Jennifer. And he's like, I like her. And even though she's not my match, she's matched with Carlos, she's not really checking for him. That's why she was just as confused as I am. I wouldn't say she wasn't checking for him. I'm just saying that, like, you was putting on pressure. Everybody knows that Carlos is like completely into Janae, so you just seem like the next best option at that point. And for him to be sitting there like, can I blame her? I am the most interested man in the world. Tyson, when I say I want to wring that man by his neck, I mean it. Every time I say it, I mean it, okay? So now everyone's sitting down talking, and we realize that it's not only 1 a.m., it's after 1 a.m. And Tyson's still talking to Felicia. And Sarah's like, you know what? This whole list thing is a joke. I hate everything that's going on. I'm going to bed. She's like, bye, Tyson. Good night, good night. And Tyson was like, huh? Yeah, because it's 1 a.m. And this is why I don't even understand why y'all entertaining this whole list situation. Like at 1 a.m. exactly on the dot, he was supposed to stop talking to Felicia and go talk to Sarah. That was never going to happen, which is why I feel like the whole list is a joke anyway. Like, if you want to spend time with someone, just do it. When you put a time limit on it, it's not authentic. It's not genuine. So it's the next day, right? And Tyson decides that now he's going to give Allison some time because the matchmaker matched them. So maybe he should. Not because he really wants to, but because, he was matched with her. So let's just see where this goes. So as they're talking, they talk a little bit. We learn that she got into a bike accident and she has the scars to show it. He has scars from his accident. And I'm not going to lie, they have something. There is something between these two, but because Tyson doesn't see her, I feel like as his dream woman or who he sees himself being with long term as far as looks wise. Not saying that she's not attractive. She's very much so attractive, but I don't think she's his type. And because of that, he's not really seeing what I'm picking up on because it's clear to me why they was matched. The same thing that Allison said, like after having this conversation, I can definitely see why we were matched. Too bad it's never going to happen for y'all because Tyson's so shallow that, yeah, he's not going to give you the time of day, girl. Yeah, he entertains you for a minute, but that's about as far as it's going to go. So they are having a pool party so everyone can mingle. Now that we have all the women in the house that's going to be in the house, it's time to turn up. It's time to have fun. It's time to get to know everybody, get comfortable with everybody. And baby Tori came out with her wig on with the braids and the beads. I love it. I loved it. It was a nice look for her. She said I was bald yesterday and I got hair today. Black woman magic. I love when we just be switching it up. Like you can have multiple women all in one. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. So Kalia is back, and Ariel's not too happy about that because they like, oh, I think Kalia went to deliver a baby. Ariel's like, that girl is a pediatrician, not an OB. She ain't delivering nobody's baby. I'm like, okay, Ariel, I see the shade. Okay. So Carlos asked Jennifer to make him a margarita, which already made me feel icky about it because he's sitting down talking to Steph. And then he just yells over to Jennifer, like, can you make me a margarita? When you haven't even spent no time with her. You haven't even talked to her at all. But because she's your match, you feel like she needs to make you a margarita. Boy, bye. But you know what? That didn't happen because Janae was like, hold up, wait a minute. I got this. So she goes and gets the margaritas, comes over. You want the lemon? You want the this? The da-da-da. He like, just make it how you make it. And now I'm just sitting here like, these men don't even deserve this treatment. What have y'all done for these women to have them bending over backwards for you? I would have told him, make your own damn margarita. But you know what? You got to do what you got to do if you want to get the men in a show like this. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So Felicia is letting all the women know that Tyson is her man because they're playing. And he picks her up and put him on his shoulder. And as he puts her down, she's like, yeah, that's my man. That's my man. And Sarah was like, what? That's my man. And I'm sitting here like, oh, child. Sarah was like, could never be me because I would never claim a man who doesn't claim me. Well, good for you, Sarah. Good for you. Like, this what you want, girl? You get it. Round of applause for her. Like, girl, you took it too serious. I don't understand why she took that to heart, but homegirl was ready to fight. Okay, she was definitely ready to fight after all of that. Now, Thaddius decides that he's going to tell the women that him and Carlos also decide that it was going to make a list. And I'm saying here like, now, this is foolish. This is foolish because what we're not about to do is continue to play games like Tyson. Okay, that sounds crazy. And Ariel was like, no, because this looked like you're trying to be like Tyson. And I'm not about to be on no list waiting to have time with you. Exactly, because who I look like? If the women decide that they want to sign up to wait around for Tyson, good for them. But what I'm not about to do is entertain this that you got going on, Thaddius, okay? So Tori is like, well, just let the women who want to wait. And I was like, oh, Lord, here they go. Here they go. Because now, once again, Tori is going at it with another woman. So now her and Ariel are kind of going back and forth in front of Thaddius. And Thaddius had to push Ariel away because he's like, listen, if you have a problem with anything that I got going on, you take that up with me, but don't be going back and forth with her. Which lets me know that he really likes Ariel a lot more than he likes Tori. Because he went straight for Ariel. Straight for her. Pulled her to the side, pushed her away, and let her know, like, ain't no woman of mine gonna act like that. Now, if Tori wanna be over there feeling some type of way, let that girl sit over there feeling some type of way. But I feel like Tori just be doing way too much all the freaking time, okay? So now Thaddius and Ariel are finally sitting down talking after that whole little situation just happened. And he's like, I don't want to hear y'all going back and forth. If you have an issue with what I decided, talk to me, but don't go back and forth with nobody else, okay? He feels like that's not queen behavior because if he did that, he wouldn't be displaying king behavior either, okay? But then he's like, and that was the test. And now I'm saying here, like, what exactly was the test? To see if she was going to be upset that you want to add her to a list with a bunch of other women. What was the test, Thaddius? Because that sounds crazy. Of course, any woman would feel some type of way because all of a sudden now you want to add a list. Like, be effing for real. So is there a list or not? Because I'm still confused. So now all the other women that's interested in Thaddius are sitting down talking about how Ariel won't leave that man alone. Ariel won't leave that man alone. She all over him. Tori's like, she needs to let him go and do his process. Agreed, right? I agree. But Thaddius not complaining. Look around, y'all. He not complaining. He's perfectly fine. He the one who pulled her to the side to talk to her to make sure everything was good, to let her know how he expects for his women to behave out in public. Don't be mad at the player, baby. Be mad at the game, because she can't be anywhere where she ain't wanted. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, okay? So now Kat is over Tyson, okay? She's over it. She's like, he's not giving her no attention, no physical attention at that, and seeing him be affectionate towards all these other women is really starting to bother her, okay? So he knows that she's over it. So he goes to talk to her and he tells her, I'm worried that you're not happy here. And I'm like, well, of course she's not going to be happy because you're not giving her attention. Every time her time slot comes, she never gets it. And when you do give her some time, you're all in your phone. Like, what do you mean she's not happy here? Why would she be happy? You're giving her nothing to be happy about. So he's basically telling her to leave, okay? He's like, if you don't feel happy here, I don't want you to feel like I'm holding you hostage or anything like that. And she's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go home. He's basically pushing her to make the decision to leave when it was clear that she didn't want to leave. She just wanted him to actually entertain her and make her feel like she was wanted in this house. But instead of that, he had to push her to the point of saying that she's ready to go. And the part that pissed me off about it the most is that when he brought the guys in to tell them that she was leaving, he made it seem like, oh, I had to let her go. No, you didn't. You literally manipulated her into leaving. Yes, she was uncomfortable, but that doesn't mean she was ready to leave. You just made it very clear to her that you wasn't going to give her the time, and instead of just saying, I don't think me and you won't work out, you pushed her and manipulated her into leaving by saying, I don't think you're happy here. Tyson, get out of my face, because you're pissing me off. Real bad. Real bad. Real bad. So now Sahara is talking to Ariel about Felicia calling Tyson her man, and how that was a dig towards her. Girl, why is you still on this? Why are you still on this? We already know that Tyson for everybody. Why are we still on this? And Ariel don't give an F, okay? Ariel's like, what's the point? Like, are you willing to lose your man over being nice to Felicia? Because I wouldn't. Exactly. You focus way too much on what Felicia got going on, girl. You need to be focusing on what Tyson got going on, because he got a lot going on. At this point, he's everybody's man. Pencil yourself in somewhere, girl. So now she goes and bring up the whole situation to Tyson. And I'm like, go home. I don't know what to tell you at this point, girl. Like, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. And he's like, oh, come on. Really? Really? The same reaction I got, like, are we really having this conversation right now? Like, do you expect Tyson to go over to Felicia and be like, hey, you, don't call me your man? That's not going to happen. You're really adding 10 on 10 and making it 20 for no reason at all. He even goes to talk to Felicia and let her know, like, oh, just stop making the side comments. And Felicia's like, listen, we not sister wives. I mean, I don't have to be nice to her. I'm not being rude to her. But at the end of the day, you need to take that up with her. Go talk to her. Whatever she got going on, deal with her about that. Because I'm not about to sit here and entertain whatever this is. And I'm with her on that. Like, don't come to me talking about some my man comment. Like, be effing for real. Like, Sarah, it was more upset about this my man comment than she was when that man was over there feeling on girls' booties and kissing them. Child, you wouldn't even do all this when he was kissing Felicia. But because she said that's my man, that's the last straw for you? Girl. Nonetheless, we are now at the elimination mixer, okay? Tori, Sarah, Ariel, and Steph. Child, I was like, what is this girl's name? I've seen her probably like 2 times the whole season. I could not remember her name at all, okay? They are down at the elimination mixer, which, you know what? I was a little bit surprised to see Ariel there. I'm not surprised at Sarah, because that whole she called you her man situation was very childish. And I knew Tori was going to be there because, like, she just does a lot all the time. And Steph, I mean, I didn't even think twice. Like, I honestly forgot that she was even in the house. So her being there is no surprise for me. Now, Tyson said in his confessional that he put Sarah there because she's making drama out of things that shouldn't be drama. I get it. So now everyone's talking, right? And Thaddius is talking to Tori. And he tells her that he feels she's healing from something or she's still hurting from something. And he wants to know what triggered her from his story. And I'm like, well, your story was intense and a little emotional. Just saying, okay? But she said that it made her think about her mom. So he was like, so did your mom go through something like this? And she said, yes, okay? With her siblings, if, I guess it sounds like maybe more than just one sibling went through the same thing that his mother went through. And he tells her, like, listen, I don't think you can love me with all the hurt that you are carrying, and you need to go and heal. And you can't fight every battle. And I think this was the smartest thing that Thaddius could have did for her and him, because a part of her will want to be in that big sister, I got you, I can save you mode, and always continue to bring up this trauma that he's already dealt with and healed from. And it's clear that she hasn't. So instead of trauma bonding with her, he let her go. And I appreciate that. I can't tell y'all how like happy I am seeing such a mature, emotional, intelligent man in front of me, especially knowing his past. Now, I don't know if the veil would drop and then like I have to bite my words. But as of right now, chef's kiss to Thaddius, for real, okay? Now, Carlos is telling Steph that she feels like the homie. And she was like, well, I want to explore more romantic side to you. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever they was talking about, Carlos wasn't hearing it, okay? She was talking, but he wasn't hearing that because he's not open to anything romantic with Steph. And I felt like he was trying to let her down right then, but she was just still pushing for this romantic side. And he already made up his mind that he doesn't see her like that. And it really didn't take a rocket science to notice that, because that man is still all into Janae. Point blank and period, okay? Now, Thaddius is talking to Ariel, and he tells her that he didn't like how she went off on someone else over an issue that they had, okay? And that he don't want to have to worry about if they go out somewhere or do something, if people are going to be like, oh, watch out for his girl because she will pop off on you, da, 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 da. And she's letting him know, like, well, I felt like you didn't stand up for me. And to Ariel's defense, I do feel like Thaddius put 10 on 10 to make it 20, because although I can understand where he was coming from, you brought up all this information in front of everyone and everyone had a reaction. It's just so happened that you only cared about her reaction. See, that's the difference. So at the end of the day, I'm sure that this is not going to be a reoccurring situation. This is just something that happened in the moment when you announced to the whole house that you was going to make a list. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. So now Tyson's talking to Sarah, and she's not happy because why am I here? I feel like that's the same question that every woman asks Tyson when they get there. Why am I here? Like, we were doing great. Everything was good. I jumped out of a plane for you. I was bonding with you. And now all of a sudden I'm going home, because that's like the repeated cycle when it comes to Tyson, right? He feels like she should have just went to Felicia and asked her about the comment of my man. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like, I know where you're coming from, Tyson, because you feel like you don't want to be in the catty mess of it all. But she went to the right person she should have went to, even though she really shouldn't have brought it up at all, okay? She is pissed, though. She is upset. He's just like, spicy, spicy, spicy. And I'm just sitting here like, Tyson, not now. This is not the time. And the thing is, while she's really trying to express her feelings, he's just like, come here, come here, come here, using affection to try to calm her down. And then he had the nerve to tell her, because she didn't want to come here, that being here could end them. And she's like, well, you're the one who put me here. You're the one who put me in the bottom four. And I don't like how he tried to use the whole manipulation tactic of bringing her closer and touching on her to shut down her emotions and feelings instead of actually listening to her. He does this all the freaking time, which is why most of the women just get up and walk away, because he's playing in their face. My God, that man be playing in a woman's face. So now it's time for the elimination dinner, right? Thaddius starts with Tori, and he tells her that they really only connected through trauma. And that's not what he wants. He don't want a trauma bond. She needs to go heal. And he tells her that you may not be our queen, but you are a queen. And she agrees that, she does need to heal. And this process has really opened her eyes to that. And I'm glad, because no matter how these women leave this house, they always leave with something. Like, people were upset or a little sad that Dr. Shawanda left, right? But at the end of the day, when Dr. Shawanda pulled back and Thaddius did not pull into her or go after her, and he let her pull away, it just showed that he wasn't that interested. And I would rather do that and know how you really feel versus me continuing to chase after you, and then you just settle for me because I keep chasing you. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that even Tori realized that she's still not healed, and she may have pushed some things down, but underneath, that's still going to end up coming to the surface. So people are leaving with something, very much something, and I'm here for all of that. Okay, now Carlos tells Steph that she's not their queen because it felt like she had the homie vibes, and she's like, I'm just shocked because I feel like we need to establish a friendship first, and she never really got the chance to do that because Janae. And I'm saying here, like, girl, so then why are you shocked? You already know that that man was locked in with Janae, and that you was going up against a heavy hitter, and you was not going to win when it comes to Janae. The only person, and I mean this wholeheartedly at this moment, that has a chance is Jennifer. And that is only because she was matched with him. Because baby, if she was not matched with him, that man wouldn't look at her twice. He's only giving it a thought because he knows that there's a possibility that she could be his perfect match. That's it, and that's all. Okay, now Thaddius tells Ariel that after everything that happened today, he felt like, she wouldn't protect them, but you know what, he's not going to send her home. And I was like, you better not have, because one thing about these kings, they be doing the most. Soon as they get into one disagreement, one little argument or something, they be ready to send these women packing ASAP. And the way Thaddius sent Dr. Shawanda home, I was about to be like, I know he about to send Ariel home. I know it. But he didn't. So I'm happy about that. Which, by the way, I have an interview coming up with Ariel soon, okay? It was supposed to be tomorrow, but I might have to reschedule for a different day. I'll let you guys know exactly what day it's going to be, though, okay? So now Tyson's telling Sahara, like, the whole situation where, letting her say my man really gets you, it really bothered him, okay? But he needs her to trust him. Like, don't worry about what the other women got going on. Trust me. If you're here for me, trust me. And because of that, he's not going to send her home. And I'm guessing now that, he didn't send her home, she's supposed to trust that, he actually is going to put in more effort, even though he's been playing games back and forth. But I'm telling you, based on the confessionals that I've seen Tyson in with Sahara and Felicia, I feel like those going to be his bottom two. But we definitely will have to see. Anyway, y'all, that was King's Court episode 5, season 1. I really hope you guys enjoyed this review. With all that being said, get in the comments and let me know what you think about everything that happened this episode. Was you thinking that Ariel was about to go home and Thaddius was about to piss us off again? Okay? And don't forget to like the video. Like the video, it really helps me out a lot. Push the video out into the algorithm and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss another review. And with all that being said, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.